Dams and heren, minds and young'uns, welcome back to F1 2020. And I'm joined by David.
Hey.
And if you're wondering what I said there, it was Dams and heren, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Fair enough. I just thought you were having a stroke.
You're funny. So, these are the last two races. It is Brazil.
And Abu Dhabi.
I actually thought you were going to do what you normally do, but I didn't. I was expecting the usual name of what you call it.
I like to mix it up.
Looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, track temp's been very cold up there. Here we go. Yeah, track temperature's been very cold apparently.
I said, I don't know, I knew for some I saw a picture on Facebook from Williams of a rubber duck floating down the pit.
I mean, it could potentially... I'm hoping it kind of does rain a little bit, or does rain during the race, but enough to cause them a little bit of an interest. Not enough to cancel the entire race, but enough to make it a little bit interesting. I mean, the GP track, that was where it was if you go back to 2007, that was where all them cars aquaplaned off the track.
Yeah, I think I saw a thing about that on Sky.
Turn 1? Or it was a sharp hairpin, so it could have been turn 1, because that's a downward hill.
Either 1 or 7.
Yeah, but it's a downhill. Damn it!
I'm guessing you a second.
Yeah, it just appeared. I was thinking, I'm fucking getting close to this line. It's not appeared yet. Has he had a crap lap?
9 tenths of a second. I wouldn't call that.
No, but I was thinking I was thinking to myself, if you had a crap lap, I'm thinking it hasn't appeared yet. It's not appeared yet. It's not appeared yet. And then just before I got so close,
I did make a couple of little sort of errors actually. A couple of little.
But yeah, no, like I said, the downhill section, it was either turn 1 or, as you said, turns. I don't think it was turn 7 because I think it was downhill. There was quite a lot of them.
Yeah, 7's the big hairpin at the bottom corner, the bottom in it.
Yeah, it could be that, and that's probably where they'd all aquaplaned. And that was wet conditions.
Oh, that scared me then.
Why?
It's a bit dark when you finally load in.
Oh shit. Could be a chance. Let's just do a buffer. Not too much of a buffer, but let's just do a buffer just in case. Do I do that? No, yeah, let's stick that strap. Right. And he's got his chameleon on again.
Right, electroshock. Was a long hold.
Yeah, too long.
Oh, she said. Bloody hell.
Yeah, I gotta cook that.
I got a warning for collision with you. How does the game figure that one out?
I got the warning as well.
Oh, right, I see. So I just whack both our heads together. But how does the game blame that one on me when you torpedoed the inside of me?
Yeah, you know what happened there?
What's that?
It's called button. Didn't press to deactivate something.
Alright. I think I put one in a little more fuel than you as well, so I could have explained part of it. I put 40 laps in.
I've only got, well, I've got 2.72 extra.
3.7. Not that you could tell by the pace I've disappeared at.
Yeah, but after that, it kind of chucked me off a little bit.
I did also make sure you had nowhere to go at the second.
Yeah, I noticed.
Which I'm more than entitled to do.
There's no way you're running cruise top speed. You'd be nuts to do that round here.
Maybe I'm just nuts enough. Any difficulties about that?
A little bit. That would explain why.
Wing damage.
I took a little bit of a knock.
Good. I didn't.
Not surprised you didn't come away with a puncher there.
I don't know if the damage level attack can allow that to happen, can it? Because I've never seen it happen before.
Yeah, but it depends what
We can now use DRS.
mode you've actually got your damage set to.
Yeah, but that's, you said that's about the champion, that's about the lobby going. I think we're not on simulation, but we're on.
No, but I think within simulation that can happen. I think you can create.
Oh, well, it's something I've never seen.
I don't know. Like I say, I'm just saying. But yeah, it's a bit of that's a bit of a shitter that I've got this slight.
Oh, it's good news for me.
Not for me, it's not.
I'm not worried about you.
I'm wondering if it's worth. Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
We're 3 laps over target on fuel. Let's start burning it off, please.
Weather report. Thank you.
What's he said?
No rain expected. I wonder if you look up on that, I wonder if I limit those deck chairs up there.
Tuh. Oh, that was it. Hulkenberg ended up turning up to Nürburgring in a Porsche. Because he had to drive, he literally had to drive. He had an hour and a half to get ready before Q3.
Yeah, I think they were talking to him after this. I think he said something like, because he was supposed to be there. I think he was filming for like German telly or something, wasn't he?
He was doing something.
He obviously wasn't planning to be there to race. And I mean, let's just say, what's up with Stroll?
No. Just said he was feeling unwell.
That's a worrying thing at the moment.
Push. Use your overtake button.
But
to be fair to the lad, he was only I know he qualified last, but considering the only run he'd had in that car was in qualifying.
well, yeah, he hadn't had a lot of.
He had no practice sessions.
No, that's what I mean. He got called. He got called before. Like I said, he had an hour and a half to get ready and get into the car before qualifying started. And it was like, and even he said afterwards, he did say that, you know, just the commentator, even the team just said, you know, it was unlucky that he didn't go through to Q2, but
Yeah.
they didn't obviously mention how else, but he just didn't have the time in the car to be able to. I mean, it's quite interesting that race to perfection. It's interesting seeing the likes of like Niki Lauda and Felipe Massa and
Yeah.
Bernie Eccleston. Is it Bernie Eccleston?
Yeah. It's like when they were talking to Hakkinen now. I'd largely forgotten about him. I know he was a champion, but at the same time, he's sort of one that's disappeared off the.
Well, they talked to bloody Prost, didn't they? Was it Prost?
Yeah.
And it was like, okay. And it was just a case of.
I was going to win my interview. He's a current champion. I mean, I'm still waiting, Sky. I'm willing to take your call.
That'd be Liberty Media, though, wouldn't it?
You know, why am I not on the banner on the Sky F1 page?
But it's the fact of, as well, it was like Niki Lauda and that lot being the, like, safety lot, and yet because, was it Japan, or wherever the hell they were on about? There was somewhere and it was absolutely pissing it down, and they ended up, Niki Lauda just ended up sort of stopping. He retired himself out of the race because of the...
Because ironically, where he had his accident was at the Nürburgring.
Yes, it was.
And he didn't want to go ahead with that race.
No.
And he was basically forced to. But yeah, it was him and Jackie Stewart back in the day. Basically, all modern F1 drivers can really thank them for the fact that they can do this every weekend and know they're very unlikely to get killed.
Because of the safety, because of what they'd pushed.
Yeah, it was those two, Lauda and Stewart, who really pushed for it.
Apart from how much must Lewis Hamilton be feeling right pissed to not make it onto Jackie Stewart's list.
Brilliant was that one, it absolutely.
It was like, ooh, that's a bit of a sting. But, you know, it's just a case of, well...
I still go back and I still stand by, you cannot compare across generations because the cars are so different.
No.
You know, Jackie Stewart probably couldn't drive Hamilton's car right now, but at the same time, I think Hamilton would have a hard time driving Stewart's cars competitively.
Yeah.
Because you'd be talking a manual shifter, you'd be talking a clutch.
Like, did you see... You obviously, you saw Monaco... The old footage of Monaco.
Oh, that crash where they ended up in the water. Literally all between the track and the water was a frigging pile of hay bales.
Yeah, but I'm just on about, like, the way Monaco looked.
Oh, right.
As they showed it. And it was like, bloody hell.
It's like I always say, it always blows my mind when you see them video of, like, rallying from the 80s. And, like, the crowds parting as the car goes through at frigging 100 mile an hour.
Yeah.
You know, which to me is absolutely mind-boggling.
Well, yeah, because it's just like...
Well, it wouldn't be allowed now, but even if it was allowed, surely something back here's going to go, this probably, if one of us gets this wrong,
yeah.
put a splat mark on a set of Audi spotlights. It's a shame rallying's kind of gone off the boil and lost a lot of its function, because I always used to quite enjoy it. It's not... I think ITV or Channel 4 show, like, highlights, but... It doesn't get the sort of coverage.
I don't think it don't get the coverage like it used to.
But you know, it's funny, there's always a quote where it's like Lewis Hamilton said he wants to win because he's the best driver, and he was just a picture of Colin McRae and Richard Burns laughing.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, yeah, the best, okay. Do what you do, but in a forest, then we'll talk.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't got to roll off a tyre wall if they come off. They've got trees, and trees tend to be solid. Trees tend to win.
Not being funny, but Colin McRae was one of the drivers that were up there, as well as like Richard
McRae, Richard Burns, Peter Solberg,
Sebastian Loeb.
But, you know, go back to before that. You go back to the days of the McRae was teammate with Carlos Sainz, ironically. Not the one going in F1, no, he's
current the one in F1.
Which I think I've made that joke. It still seems wrong to me to see the Sainz name in a F1 car.
Yeah.
I'm half expecting to boot up rallying and see like a young Button driving it or something, just as like the crossover.
Hmm.
I mean, Kimi Räikkönen did play his hand at rallying, and appears to be the one driver from Finland who can't drive a rally car.
Yeah. Well,
which is weird.
Can he drive an F1 car?
Yes.
Well,
he is a previous world champion. Like it or lump it, he's got champions.
Yeah, I know he is, but his form's slipping. Or it's whether his form's slipping or is it the car?
Oh, he can't be asked anymore.
He still wants to carry on though.
You know, he's playing at it these days, and you know what I mean? The guy, I think, was it not last race where he became joint oldest driver ever?
Yes.
And he's well on his way. If he is not, but the I'm laughing back markers already.
Christ. Have you got increased top speed on?
No, I haven't.
Well, I suppose my wing damage isn't actually helping me either.
As you said, this is not a track for increased top speed, so it hasn't really got a straight.
Well, one straight, that's about it. 2 straights. But, I don't know, I like the guy, he's just not got the form. I mean, it's the same with Albon.
If we're going down the not got the form, I'm sorry, I have to put Grosjean firmly at the top of that list.
Gasly?
I think Gasly in the right car would actually be a reasonable. I think it tends to be another Bottas, maybe not necessarily a championship winner, but be a solid point scorer.
I honestly think, I mean, there was the footage on Race to Perfection, wasn't it, of the 2 Red Bulls?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Vettel Webber days.
Yeah, Vettel and Mark Webber. And you saw how Vettel was going at him.
Mm.
And it was like
Webber come out at the end because Webber said apparently the team orders were to follow home, weren't they? And he ignored it. They multi-41.
Yeah, and he turned around, they told him to calm down. Or take it easy, or be careful, or whatever it was, and it's like...
I think it was stuff like the reason why Webber ended up leaving. I think he just got...
I still don't agree with the team orders now.
I do and I don't. I understand why they exist.
Yeah, I get why they exist, but I don't. It's shit.
You don't want your drivers going at each other and running into each other, which a lot of them have done before today.
Yeah, but like the Vettel and Webber, it's like that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, I agree. You want to... The team orders maybe are cut in a bit early. To me, if it came down to nitty-gritty championship, then yeah, you might want to start playing, but you should be giving them...
Give them race. Let them go at each other. I mean, fucking Carlos Sainz and bloody Norris do. I know they're good, they're good friends, whether that friendship will remain when he goes to Ferrari.
I said to you before, I think because a lot of them guys have grown up through karting and everything together.
Yeah, Russell and all that lot.
So a lot of them are actually good friends. It doesn't matter what team they're on, what side
I think they're probably like this. They demonstrated at the last race when there was the battle between Albon and that lot.
They basically spend 6 months a year together.
Yeah, but
so they kind of got to get on.
As Crofty said, it was either Crofty or Brundle. No, it wasn't. It wasn't because Brundle didn't commentate for that race.
No, I don't think so.
It was
Crofty and bloody Chanduk, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was like, what? Where's Brundle?
You were there thinking like, well, Brundle sounds a bit Indian today.
Well, I was thinking.
We should mention it. Date of recording. Happy birthday, Murray Walker.
90. What is he?
7.
97, isn't he? Bloody hell.
I can't miss opportunity. The voice of motorsport for quite a lot of people, myself included.
Well, he's in that Race to Perfection documentary. If you've not seen it,
because he was F1 to a lot of people. He was part of.
Yeah, I know, but what he was saying about when the accident with Senna and everything, and he's like, I have to commentate, but it's like I can't find the words to. You know, they've got to keep professional. That's like he was saying, they've got to keep professional. But it's like, how do you commentate on something like that?
Like you were saying, like when Damon Hill won the World Championship, and his famous line, he has to stop talking because there's a lump in his throat.
Mm.
You know, he'd known Damon Hill from being a kid, because obviously Graham Hill had been a racer.
Yeah.
And then to see him come up and win the championship, it's just very loved motorsport, absolutely lived and breathed, it still does. I bet if it wasn't for age and ill health, he would quite happily still be going out to every single race.
I reckon he'd be still commentating.
Oh yeah, but he'd certainly be at every race.
Yeah, but who would you have on the commentary team? Obviously Murray Walker, but who would...
Brundle.
Yeah. And
Brundle were a sound... Because Brundle had the knowledge of being a racing driver, and also has had the knowledge of basically training under Moon.
Yeah, but as much as I like Crofty and that lot...
Crofty, and this is going to sound cooler, Crofty talks a lot of bollocks.
Crofty always balls this up, we know this.
No, I don't say he generally talks bollocks, but he actually does it in quite an entertaining way.
Yeah, but some of the stuff isn't. Some of the stuff he does mention is entertaining.
The radio I listen to, Primordial Radio, he's actually good mates, one of the guys who runs it, so before races, quite often on the week before.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff they go through is absolutely hilarious.
We want to finish the race on this compound.
Oh yeah, Crofty does talk some bollocks. He always gets it wrong. Oh, somebody... Oh, shit, get out the way. Christ, if you've got a yellow... There's a car going really, really slow.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I got a yellow flag not to overtake him, but there was nothing I could do.
He's pulled off the side of the track just there.
Well, then there was a back marker in front of me that was going really, really slow.
Yeah, because there's a car off the side of the track, I'm guessing he's retired before he's going with his engine let go.
And then it was like... Well, there's a car behind me that I passed, but I was like, you know... But, yeah, like I say, I like Crofty, and I like, I like Brundle.
In my position, I think Crofty would probably be doing the job of like the host. But then Brundle and Murray would be the commentary team.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget, it's 10 past 1 our time.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to be recording and watching it later because I am busy tomorrow, so... I've set record for them for what you want to get home, because I set the touring cars to record.
Well...
Deliberately have planned something on the double header weekend. Trust me, I've been told enough about it. Book her ideas up.
Make sure you watch it before we stream.
Yeah, well, I'll watch it when I get home tomorrow.
Because obviously we've got
The F1 podcast.
the F1 podcast.
Done over farming.
Well, I'd rather do it over farming where I can actually talk about things and, like...
Yeah, well, you're not having to actually concentrate on keeping a 200-mile-an-hour car on the road.
Like this, where we are talking about F1, but it's very difficult because there's points where you do have to concentrate.
Tell me about it.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, I think.
It's got the potential to be. No,
Well,
it's almost got the potential to be.
I
It's
want
some of the dullest.
Yeah, but as long as Bottas gets a good start tomorrow.
I mean, I still say we peaked at Mugello this season. I don't think we're going to get another race on that one's level.
No. It could be interesting though. Like I say, if it's nice tomorrow and it absolutely chucks it down during the race to the point where it makes it really interesting, then.
So I think there's a thing on Twitter when predictions for a race, and somebody predicted right and takes a wrong turn to the lap of the Nordschleife. To which I replied, and still gets back in front of the Williams.
Yeah. I mean, the car, yeah, like we said, the cars were built very, very differently back then.
Oh, the cars would never handle a lap of them. They would absolutely rattle them to pieces.
Oh, it would destroy an F1 car, like we keep saying.
It's the same notion how, as my dad always says, why the Ironman TT races is done with road bikes and not racing bikes, because racing bikes would never survive. Road bikes have the built-in tolerance for stuff that isn't billiard table smooth.
Because also in the Race to Perfection, they were commenting about the safety car when that got introduced. It was like a friggin' Opal or something like that.
Have you not seen some of the? Because like there's been odd ones. It's been a Merc for the last 11 years or so, I think. But before that, it used to be down those one time it was a Fiat Temper Saloon. Now if you don't know what one of them is, Google it. Trust me, you'll fall asleep looking at it.
Oh yeah.
One of the blandest cars. But still, one of the best shots was them peeling the safety car out of the barriers at Monaco when they got it wrong. Wet track, lit the back tyres up and slammed it into the wall. It was after that, that's why there's now 2 safety cars at every race.
Well, I'm not surprised with a rear-wheel drive vehicle.
Yeah, but I bet
on a wet track.
I would have guessed he probably runs it with traction and everything on, because we probably can drive without, but just for the sake of
not wanting to bin it again.
Well, just for the sake, because you don't really need it off. He probably. Like, he's an experienced DTM racer. He knows how to handle a car that size.
He just made one mistake.
Which, how many F1 drivers have been walls? You know, they made mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know what would be so? Do you know what would be funny?
I mean, there was that video, was it the other year from IndyCar, where it said how the Corvette and he bins it?
Yes.
One of the best things from that is watching the reaction from the IndyCar drivers. Are like, well, what do we do now?
Yeah.
There's no pressing, follow the safety car. Well, the safety car's in a wall. Follow it. Okay, smash.
Best thing would be to watch. Safety car comes out. Can you imagine? Drifting the GP track under safety car regulation.
There is a video somewhere, and I don't actually know exactly where it came from, but there's it's a shot up a track, and the safety car, I think it's like meant to be like the start of the race. You know how they line up at the back.
Yeah.
Now the second shot, and next thing the doctor's estate car comes in with full lock on sideways. Which that once again is a big V8 Merc.
That is, yeah.
Obviously an estate car at this point. But yeah, full on slides into view.
Well, I was a bit...
I'll try and look it up with you, that's what I'm trying to say in the video. It's a brilliant shot.
Yeah.
Obviously the driver got a bit bored and decided just to have a... I'll try and look it up when we get between races.
Yeah, but I suppose it'd be a bit frowned upon, the safety car drifting the Nürburgring, because you're not actually allowed to do it, but... It'd still be funny.
Plus, to be fair, it's not... The car's not designed, it's not got the tyres on it to do that kind of thing. It basically runs on road tyres as a safety car.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to put a set of slicks on it, because if it starts raining and something happens, they can't be waiting for the safety car to change tyres.
Should have one on a set of slicks and one on a set of hards, set of wets.
No, because then...
Well, set of road tyres, I mean.
Because there's a couple of reasons why there's always two. One of them says in case one is been. The other reason is, at full chat, I think they say at most tracks the safety car will do about 18 laps to a tank of fuel.
Runs out of fuel, that's why they've got the second one.
There's a second car there in case that's getting a bit low on fuel. They can pull it out of the way and...
Well, they'd have to pull the second car out. How would they do that, though, then?
They've probably got still a second... There'll be a second driver.
No, but what I mean is... If they had to pull the second safety car out...
You'd pull that out in front, let the pack catch it, and then pull the first one out the way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, would they do it that way?
It's the logical way of doing it. You let the pack catch it, and then you'll get the one that you're getting rid of off the track.
You imagine confusing the F1 drivers.
They'd put it back to a team radio if they had to. They'd put it back to the radio next year. It was...
Yeah, second safety car coming out. First one's running out of juice.
No fuel lights come on, we're going to have to bring in
Because I assume that they must have extra fuel there for the safety cars.
Well, the safety car just runs on, we're just running on V-power. It won't run on all...
Well, if they need extra fuel for the safety cars, there's a gas station not too further down the road from Nürburgring.
They might run it on like 99 or something like that, but they'll...
Yeah, but there is, like I said, there's only a gas station down the road that they could nip and get it.
Between all the doctor's cars, various course official cars, I say are pretty much all AMG Mercedes. So they're all, none of them are exactly renowned for fuel economy.
You imagine if a fucking... Oh, what do you call it? Telehandler ran out of juice when recovering a car. Don't
know how it works for them. They did that on us the other day. In the middle of unloading a van, it started boom, 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 boom. Oh, bastard. Luckily for them gas bottle ones, so you just go and change that bottle.
Yeah. No, but you can imagine that if the bloody telehandler ran out of juice.
Or broke down.
It's like, now what do? We need to recover the telehandler and recover the F1 car.
Say it broke down, but you couldn't exactly just tow a telehandler, really. You know exactly a lot of stuff around with the...
No. It's a shame with Nürburgring is you won't actually see the... If you've ever seen this recent TV shots, you don't see the roller coaster anymore.
Right, it's been taken down.
Because I think it's been took down. It's a shame that, you know, they built that, constructed it, and it just never hardly got used.
So what, was there a theme park in the grounds or something?
No, there was just, well, there was this roller coaster. It would, It's like where near the under the grandstand and everything. It'd come out of one of the side of the buildings and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's the main grandstand area.
Yeah, that's the right time to help me there.
I bet it did. Whereas, right now, this is not helping me. Get over, you bitch. Get over. Thank you. I've got a lot of traffic to contend with right now.
I'm working away through quite a bit. But I just met one to get DRS off him, but not so he really held me up, so I was able just to...
Yeah, I don't think I'm in the...
I've now lapped everybody apart from you.
Good.
Already.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
No, actually, let's not.
Yes.
Do us a favour, pit again.
No.
Come on, put the wets on.
What is the weather report like at the minute?
Don't know how it was before.
But, yeah...
Once again, more DRS at the moment. Bloody hell, 111.5? Nice, I'll pull that out of the bag. I wasn't paying attention, I didn't realise how fast I'd gone.
See, the thing is... I did a time trial of this track before we started. And... I'm on the hards, obviously. You're doing what I did a 110.4, but I was on softs.
I think my quality time was about a 1:10.6, wasn't it, if I remember right?
Yeah. I don't know, I'm just... For some reason, the Nürburgring, you know, the entire course, bar the F1, I tend to see if I can try and get hold of the other events as well that they do, like see if I can get hold of the endurance races and stuff.
Yeah.
And as weird as it sounds, since driving it, it's become quite special.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't get to drive the entire GP track, as well as the Nordschleife, but...
Well, the GP track isn't really part of the Nordschleife, is it? It's, cause it's,
yeah,
I think they use a small portion, no, they don't use all of it.
No, the GP track doesn't touch the actual tourist drive route. Because the start-finish straight of the GP track, you...
Excess fuel wellness down. Set the fuel mix to mode 3. Let's push.
You turn before the straight of the GP track.
Right.
So... I wonder if I can't remember if there's any fans there. I can't remember if they were.
I know there's a small number on there, because I think I watched the quality highlights, not the actual quality. I was at work, and I think I saw something about. I think it was a bit like Mugello, where they just let a small number.
I thought it was like.
I think more than 9.
I thought it was 9,000, something like 9,000 fans.
I think it was more than 9.
Yeah. I thought it was like 9,000 fans or something like that.
Could be probably a lot of Mercs like people, because they let Ferrari have theirs at Mugello. Now at Germany, let Mercedes have a.
Yeah.
I think I've just hit that really large piece of traffic that you hit earlier.
Probably. But I don't know, I just... If one recommendation I would have to you, if you ever get the chance, ever get the money together, go, like, rent a car, go to Germany. Don't take your own car, just rent a car when you're, book a flight, go to Germany, rent a car, go to the Nürburgring, rent a race car, like from Ring Freaks or somebody like that, and just go and do 2 laps, or because I only did 2 to start off with, but I want to go back and do more now. But you pay a base price from Ring Freaks for a set number of laps. So say you pay for 5 laps, you also have to pay the 5 lap cost at the Nürburgring because it's separate to them.
Right.
You're just renting the car for 5 laps.
Yeah.
You pay for the fuel, but I would just, like I said, just go and do it. It's a hell of an experience.
What did you do? You have to wear a helmet and all that?
Yeah, if you do with through Ring Freaks, they give you a helmet to wear.
Fair.
You have to wear a helmet on tourist drives.
Yeah.
You have to basically. They advise you before you book. Look at the Nürburgring safety videos and stuff like that, just so you get an idea of what certain things mean what. Like obviously yellow flags, but they do yellow flags and stuff like that. But also if there's certain incidents, they have certain things for that. So if there's been a crash, they bring out the yellows, but they'll bring a vehicle out and stuff like that. You've got to know that, and then just quickly brush up on your German traffic law. That's about it. Because on tourist drives, it's under German traffic rules. So if they put
it's technically a one-way toll road by definition, isn't it?
Yeah, but if they put a speed limit on the track, then you basically the way to describe it, because it's classed as a tourist drive and not a track day, you have to stick to certain speed limits.
Yeah. You also got to bear in mind, you might be doing it in a race car, but there's people touring around in all kinds of bloody sorts.
Oh, tell me about it.
There's bloody coaches and all kinds of things go around it.
I've seen that, yes. I've seen coaches, I've seen DHL vans, I've seen on videos, I've seen that. Not seen it in real life, but yeah. Oh yeah, there's normal bog standard cars as well, but just for the experience, I would say, just do the whole race car thing. I mean, I think it cost me a couple of hundred quid.
Well, that's all in.
With race car and laps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Depends on current prices and obviously exchange rate.
Yeah.
All in all, the entire holiday cost me just short of 1,200.
That's not too bad.
That was with theme park tickets, including that was the place we were staying. Spends for food, Nürburgring stuff, car rental and all that lot. It cost me about 1,200.
Yeah.
But I was there for 10 days, so. And that was including flights. I mean, I looked at flights last night. A round trip for next year is about £200 in flights at the moment.
That sounds cheap to me. We'll have to do it between us with the GametimeUK outing.
Hey, I'll tell you something, I'd be game to go back there and do it. Too right I would be.
That could be it, folks. And this time next year, rather than watching us play F1, you'll be watching us battle it out on the Nürburgring.
And one thing I would advise you, as well, before you do it, I know this seems really, really stupid, is I sunk like every night before I went out there for at least a month. I was sinking, a month or more, I was sinking time on Gran Turismo on the Nürburgring
Learning the track.
just to learn the track, and it paid off. Because I used to say to you, I said to you, there's a corner that I knew I was going to nearly mess up at. Because virtually, it was fair enough. If I was going to mess up virtually, that was fine. I wasn't messing up in real life.
You're not bending somebody else's race car.
No. But honest to God, I really hope I can go back next year and do it. Because it's just... People say you can get hooked to it. There was one guy I was actually talking to. He was from Austria.
Right.
He was nice guy, really nice guy. He had a Porsche 911.
Yeah.
And I said, just out of curiosity, I said, you don't have to answer this. I said, I'm curious, because we were just having a conversation whilst we were just having a smoke and talking and stuff like that. And I said, out of curiosity, because I was just admiring his car as well, because I was just looking around people's car and we just got chatting.
Yeah.
And he wasn't, he wasn't a pompous prick, oh look at me, I've got a Porsche, sort of thing.
You could probably round there a Porsche, he's probably not actually that special as bad as it sounds.
But it was like, he said, oh, I've done about 600 laps. He said, I've got friends, or I've got one friend who has done over 1,200 laps. I said, so they know the circuit inside out, then.
They sort of live in Germany, live nearby, the ability to get there.
Yes.
As you were alluding to the other night.
Yeah.
If you could move and live nearby.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't do them kind of laps if you're trying to fly out there.
No. Because he was saying, he asked me, have I, about me driving it. I said, well, it's my first time. And he said, are you doing it in a normal car? And I said, I rented a BMW E36. And he went, interesting choice for your first time.
Yeah, something rear-wheel drive and bitey. What a place to start.
It was fucking fun. And he said, well, because he turned around and said, he said, the track is going to be quite interesting out there. He said, just a little bit of advice, just take your first lap easy, and then, your second lap, give it a little bit more. You know what I mean? He said, because no matter, he said even his friend has done as many laps as he has, but his friend binned one of his cars on one of the corners, known as YouTube Corner. It was where they used. It was where they used to get the YouTube videos, but the people that used to do that got banned from the ring because apparently they were showing the ring in bad light because of the man. All they were showing was like the accidents and stuff, which I get where the Nürburg's coming from on that point of view. But no, he said even his friend, with the amount of laps he's done, binned his car. And he said he was rather pissed off about it. He said, but even with the experience he has, it's not just you've got to be aware of.
Yeah.
there are other people that are just going to drive like dickheads. And then when because he come past when he was on, when I was driving round, he come past in his Porsche, so he beeped and stuck his thumb up. You know, he's real, like I said, he's a real nice guy.
Mm.
And got talking to quite a lot of other people as well. You know what I mean? Got talking to the guy with the McLaren that come bombing past me on the video. And I remember one saying to me, because Alan once said, were you there when I...
No idea, I can't remember that.
Okay, exceeded track limits. Oh, you got corner coin. And we had that collision. It was a bit of a quiet one. The next one won't be. Yeah, when Alan said, I don't have the balls, and I never told him that I was actually going out there to drive it. That's what Alan said. Alan said to me, you wouldn't have the balls to drive it, and he didn't know that I was going out there to drive it.
Yeah.
And then he found out when I got back. And retracted his statement. Sort of thing. But, yeah, anyways, guys and girls, I'm gonna leave this one here. It was an interesting one, a bit of a snooze fest, but...
That's all right from my point of view.
So, yeah, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to tap like and subscribe. All links will be in the description. And we shall see you next time. So until then...
So long and thanks for the feast.
Goodbye for now.